I hate the sin, but I feel the pull. Spirit willing, but my flesh too full. Mirror telling me I'm not that strong, but the cross says different and prove me wrong. I read the word, but the doubt still whispers. Maybe you ain't changed, you just religious. I find myself more than any critic. Smile outside, but inside is frigid. Y'all know the verses, still feel nervous. Pray for peace, but my mind rehearsing. Worst case seems like I earned this burden, but every time I start sinking low, grace remind me I'm still your own. Even when my faith feels thin, you hold me tighter than my sin. When my heart feels split in two, and the lies feel louder than the truth. You don't leave when I'm confused. You fight for me when I can't move. I fall, but I fall in grace. I break, but you hold my weight. In the dark I still see proof. I don't overcome, you do. Yeah, I'm tired of the double thought, second guessing every step I walk. Trying to measure if I'm saved or not, like your blood got limits, it does not. Enemy whisper you still that man, pointing at failures like that's the plan. But you said it is finished once, now it depends how well you stand. I used to think I had to climb, prove my word with a stronger spine. Now I know it's by design, weakness is where you shine. I don't run, but I ain't no fool, I know this war ain't flesh and blood. It's lies dressed up like truth, trying to drown me in the flood. But you steady like a heartbeat, even when mine skips. You patient with my process, you don't cancel covenants. So when I'm face down in the doubt, and I can't hear past the noise, you remind me who I am, I'm not the fear. When my heart feels split in two, and the lies feel louder than the truth. You don't leave when I'm confused. You fight for me when I can't move. I fall, but I fall in grace. I break, but you hold my weight. In the dark I still see proof. I don't overcome, you do. Yeah. You didn't choose me cause I'm fearless. You chose me knowing I would fear. You didn't save me cause I'm perfect. You stayed when I was disappearing. Even when I question everything, you never question loving me. So when my heart feels split in two, and I don't know what's really true. You don't leave when I'm confused. You fight for me, you do. I fall, but I fall in grace. I break, but you hold my weight. In the dark I still see proof. I don't overcome, you do.
I still hear your voice in empty rooms, echoes hanging in the silence. Pictures on the wall don't move at all, but everything inside me is breaking. The world kept spinning, but mine stood still the day you let them leave. I prayed for healing, I begged for time, but heaven didn't speak to me. Now every memory cuts like glass. Every why I never asked feels heavier at night. They tell me you are close to the broken, so why do I feel alone? They say you're holding every tear, but I feel like I'm on my own. Where are you now? I'm screaming at the sky. This dirt is tearing holes in me, and I don't know why. You said you're near to the shattered heart, but I'm falling into pieces in the dark. If you're still there, don't let me drown. God, I need you now. The funeral flowers faded, but the ache is still alive. Grief doesn't leave politely, it buries you inside. I try to be strong, but strength feels fake, like I'm just pretending for everyone's sake. I lost more than a person, I lost who I used to be. Now I'm staring at the ceiling, wondering what's left of me.
What's poppin', chat?
Let's go ahead and take a look at a mysterious found photo released in 2024. The photo was re-uploaded, so many of the details remain unknown. All we really have is this shocking and disturbing image. The photo shows a man who reportedly came across an unknown creature that was washed up on the shore of a beach. He had whoever was with him at the time snap this photo of him with the creature. The uploader states
What's up,
that this
Joker?
alleged creature resembles an ancient dinosaur, the pliosaur. The pliosaur was a massive marine reptile that ruled the oceans during the age of the dinosaurs.
Hi, Joker.
Although people sometimes picture them as dinosaurs, they were actually a separate group of reptiles that lived entirely in the sea. Some pliosaurs were among the largest ocean predators ever discovered. The biggest species may have reached lengths of around 40 feet or 12 meters, with skulls over 6 feet long. Their jaws were lined with thick, conical teeth designed for gripping and crushing prey. Their bite force was enormous, strong enough to take down large fish, squid-like cephalopods, and other marine reptiles. In their time, they likely sat at the very top of the food chain. Pliosaurs lived during the Jurassic and early Cretaceous periods, roughly 200 to 90 million years ago. Fossils have been found in what is now Europe, North America, and other parts of the world. During their time, much of the continents were covered in shallow seas, creating ideal habitats for large marine predators. But this image here suggests they could still exist today. Is this the real body of an ancient dinosaur species? Or maybe even an undiscovered species? Many believe so. Alright, of course, here is today's nature clip. Once again, we have a brand new clip just posted in late February. It was filmed by a man named Andrew Stories on Instagram. It's a fight, or I guess a chase, between a bear and a moose. Reportedly, before the video started, the bear was going after the moose's calves. This is
But Joker, if they were going to delay it, they would have put something on their Twitter. Don't believe everything you see on the internet. But Joker, it's not gonna get. I don't think it's gonna get delayed. If it was gonna get delayed again, they would have put it on the Twitter. Joker, unless Rockstar posted on their Twitter, then I wouldn't believe anything. Or if Charlie Intel would tweet something. Because he's a pretty reputable leaker in the gaming community. And besides, there was a like the earnings call. They said it was the CEO said it was still on track for November. Well, Brandon, they built it in like LA somewhere. And they were see, there's nothing on their Twitter about it being delayed again. And then if we go to GTA 6 Intel, there's nothing on there either. And Twitter just froze. Cool.
On December 6th, 2020.
I think it's still going to come out in November.
Alright, of course, here is
And if not, then they're going to have to release it for the new consoles at that point. Because the Series X and PS5 won't be able to run it by then.
today's nature clip. Once again, we have a brand new clip just posted in late February. It was filmed by a man named Andrew Stories on Instagram. It's a fight, or I guess a chase, between a bear and a moose. Reportedly, before the video started, the bear was going after the moose's calves. This is when the moose had enough and decided to protect her young. So she chases the bear, giving us this amazing piece of footage.
Well, no, there'll be a new Xbox and a new PlayStation like next year probably. Because they just announced the new Xbox, like the code name for it. Roblox and Fortnite.
Now, NPS actually stepped in here and helped the moose and her babies back into the woods safely away from the bear. But man, this is such a crazy chase.
I mean, sometimes they have to change stuff to make sure the game's good to be released.
The moose chases
Something Call of Duty needs to do, but
for some time until the bear runs right towards the building and smashes right through the glass. Now, brown bears and moose are both enormous animals, but they're built very different, and in most cases, a moose outweighs and outtowers a bear. Inland grizzlies often weigh 400 to 800 pounds. On all fours, a large male
I mean, every company does that. I mean, we'll see come like September, October if it's still going to come out in November.
Tail may stand about 3 to 5 feet at the shoulder. They are heavily muscled, compact, and powerful, built for strength and short bursts of force. However, moose or adult bulls commonly weigh 900 to 1,500 pounds. The largest subspecies, like the Alaskan moose, can exceed 1,600 pounds. And their shoulder height typically ranges from 5 to 6.5 feet.
I mean, that's up to you. Those are the only games you don't want to quit.
With antlers, a large bull can appear over 7 feet tall at the head. But moose are long-legged and taller rather than bulky, and their height alone makes them look dramatically larger than a bear, especially when they're seen side by side like this. But who would you guys take in a fight, the moose or the bear? They're both just such different animals, but let me know your picks in the comments down below. Alright, I think that's going to be it. For today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, go ahead and smash.
Number 15. Is this a magic trick or a paranormal being? Shared by YouTube channel Kisaweba. This video is currently trending in the Spanish-speaking YouTube community. I was unable to track down the original source. A man is driving down a dark road when suddenly a nightmarish creature stands blocking his path. I'm not sure I would have honked at the hooded figure. I definitely wouldn't have gotten out of the car, but this man does. When he approaches the figure and asks it to move, he attempts to pull off its sheet, but he soon regrets it. How did this
Buddy
rodent
got out of
figure
the
hold its
car.
form? Where did it disappear to? If this is any kind of magic, I think it's the dark kind. Number 14. Cat videos can only be this creepy when they're from Russia. They leave the cat on the bed and go into the living room, which they think is haunted, and put down the camera. Caught on tape is some strange activity, perhaps paranormal, or really weird things to say the least. One of them is behind the chair moving things. I'm sure some will say, I thought the same thing, but when I first showed them walking into the room at 1 minute and 2 seconds, you and I both get a glimpse under the chair. Nothing is there. Did they crawl under the camera after they put it down, or is something supernatural haunting the house like they claim? Number 13. This Redditor and their sister have experienced some paranormal happenings in their home. This is the first activity they've ever caught on video. Keep an eye on the drawer in the corner. The drawer slowly but surely opens, leaving the pair to wonder what this ghost is looking for. Redditors have some ideas. A number of Redditors suggest that it could be opening due to subtle vibration, or the cabinet not being installed level, leading to imbalance. Unless there's further evidence of paranormal activity, I think this may be the case in this instance, but if I'm being honest, I'd rather it be a ghost looking for a potato peeler. Number 12. A YouTuber named Ghost Chic believes she has a problem in her home of the paranormal variety. One day her dog just starts patrolling the living room, as if on guard, even though there is nothing out of the ordinary and no strange noises. I'm wondering if it is annoyed by something on television, or at something we can't see standing there.
Said it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Whatever it is, he seems satisfied that it's gone for now, but then he tries to track it. Meanwhile, notice how the smaller dog doesn't seem to care at all.
Is everything okay?
It's definitely weird, although maybe it could have just been a bug or something, but still, that doesn't explain how on a different day, both of her dogs get up to see who's at the door. The door opens and I think I might see a shadow pass through, though it could be the outside light. As soon as she's coming in to see what's wrong, the barely discernible orb passes overhead, unseen to her at the time, but caught on camera nonetheless. And when she later goes ghost hunting using a Kinect in the same room, she detects a spirit by the window.
I went up hand so you can see that there's no one else over there with her. No one's on my curtain.
Then something eerie happens. So is this a paranormal encounter? Or is this person waving their hand at 38 seconds, also moving it with their hand during this part? I'll let you decide. Number 11.
It is weird.
This YouTuber thinks his room is completely haunted. This is what was caught on video when the camera was left running for only a few minutes.
Okay, not exactly 5 minutes, but I swear to God I heard something, so I'm gonna watch back the footage.
He comes back into the room thinking he heard a noise, but nothing is there. At least nothing that he could see. At 2 minutes and 41 seconds, a fast-moving shadow figure is caught on camera. A mysterious outline of a person. I don't think the reflection is his because it moves too quickly. This creepy video is either paranormal or edited, but which? Something about it says real ghost sighting to me. Number 10. A married couple stationed at Fort Irwin in California are relaxing at home when suddenly their motion-activated baby monitor turns on to reveal some scary stuff caught on camera.
That's a little weird. I don't know what it is.
What they suspect is a small ghost hand waves at them excitedly. When they move the camera a few degrees over, it's mysteriously gone. It isn't long before the ghost hand reappears to wave at them some more. The backstory on this one is sparse. They say their house is haunted but don't go into more detail. They also say the hand moves way too fast to be a human, and I agree that's true, but only because this is probably a piece of dust on something up close. Number 9. Who's tapping at the window at 3 a.m.? This video by TikToker Diego Spikers will have you deadbolting your door. You can see a woman through the window aggressively knocking at the bathroom door of this apartment.
What the fuck?
But when the guy opens it to her, no one is there. Where did she go?
Oh, like ghost danger.
Some in the comments say this could be After Effects editing. Others say he should have knocked back. I personally like that idea. Which side are you on here? Number 8. Two friends record a song on acoustic guitar, completely unaware of what lurks nearby. There is nothing behind
Call
them.
911.
A giant figure taller than the door itself peers at them through the glass. By the time the person who is singing leans forward and back, it's gone. When you zoom in, it almost looks like the head is completely detached from the body, or maybe it has a deep slash in the neck. Then again, since the alleged ghost doesn't appear to move at all, it could just be cheap editing. With that said, this was taken in 2007, so the video quality is actually very good for its time, and many think it could be real. Number 7. A woman by the name of Cecilia Carasso in Chile strode past the reception desk at a law office in 2015 when she was attacked by something invisible.
The ghost just close on her?
Watch the CCTV video. Cecilia is strolling with a young woman towards the reception desk when she reportedly felt something push her with such force that it caused her to fall backwards hard. You can see Cecilia chatting with a woman and gesturing at something when suddenly, out of nowhere, she falls flat on her back. She doesn't just slip, she absolutely appears as though she was pushed.
No, it did
I wasn't
something.
aware of anyone in front of me as I passed the reception desk talking to a girl, and as I looked up towards the receptionist, I suddenly felt 2 pairs of hands shove me over. Cecilia said. She later
That
added,
was something
"I
definitely
hit the
slammed
floor,
her.
and when I looked up, I couldn't see anybody, and I thought they must have run off." When Cecilia asked the receptionist who had pushed her, she was told that nobody had. Cecilia didn't believe the receptionist until she was shown footage of the incident. After seeing it, she was sure that she had been the victim of a ghost attack, since there was absolutely nobody around her. Cecilia's doctors reported that her injuries were consistent with a fall, but that she'd also received a large blow to the head, which may have caused confusion about what she felt and about her injuries, but that doesn't explain what happened in this creepy CCTV footage. Number 6. A paranormal investigator in South Korea called D-Doc Mikol stands in the entrance of an abandoned apartment building with a haunted reputation that few dare to document. He means no disrespect to the spirits inside and is simply recording paranormal evidence out of scientific curiosity. Nonetheless, he only gets a few steps inside before he sees an object is moving by itself. A ghost pushing over a box is creepy, but not scary enough to stop an experienced ghost investigator like him. He keeps exploring the building, and thus the objects keep moving.
잠깐만.
Instead of running away in fear like most, he is bravely willing to examine an object after a ghost moves it. I don't see any strings tied around this stool, but I guess someone could have pulled it away by hand. Just when he is about to leave the room, the poltergeist refuses to be ignored. A shelf tips over by itself. I thought somebody could have been hiding on the other side of the door. But look what happens when he checks the room.
이거 여러분들 잡기는 아닙니다. 이거 잡기는
A second full-size shelf somehow falls out from within the small space behind the door, which is not big enough for a person to fit behind. And when he checks behind the door, at 6 minutes and 4 seconds, you can just barely see a shadow figure caught on camera. Down a different hallway, the ghost hunter sees one of the doors leading into a dark apartment is open. He knows a paranormal entity is near, and when he investigates a little further, this scary moment happens. One thing I especially like
why is he making those noises?
How scared he becomes. He always makes it a point never to back down. He looks behind the door and into the empty apartment.
Buddy looks like he's trying to use the force.
And finds nothing there. I see no strings attached to the sandals, especially during this close-up taken at 8 minutes and 59 seconds. Then again, this could be fake because the sandals take tiny steps and never actually leave the ground, which is not how a person walks when you think about it. Anyway, he finds slippers in front of another open door and experiences the same scary events. This time, he actually stepped foot inside the apartment and verified that it's completely empty. When he picks up the slippers, you can clearly see there are no strings attached. So at this point, I'm creeped out. Finally, while setting up an experiment to detect paranormal activity inside of this apartment, a mysterious figure briefly appears in the hallway.
Hello.
Was it a ghost caught on camera, or was it a prop? Number 5. Does this man have an unwanted paranormal roommate? Published in January of 2021, this individual woke up to doors slamming and got up to check it out. The man says this is a frequent occurrence.
My door just slammed again. There's no windows open in the house at all.
As he looks around the house, his roommate, Brad, asks if he's the one slamming the door.
Is that you? No.
He answers in the negative and continues his search, revealing that only he and Brad are home. After a moment, the table in the middle of the living room floor jerks toward him on its own.
Yeah, alright. You up? It wasn't me, man. I didn't even touch it.
He watches the table for a bit, while Brad seems completely unconcerned and out of it. The cameraman shows that there are no cords around or attached to the table that he could have tripped over. The only cords are to the Nintendo remote controls, but they are in front of the table. So how did this table move so aggressively? There must be.
I don't think it's demonic. He was just making some weird noises.
Number 4. Bike Chin goes exploring haunted places in an undisclosed Arabic-speaking country and comes across a house I think I might have seen before in other videos. A house that should stay hidden but always gets explored. I think a lot of paranormal exploration channels come here because so much scary stuff happens almost every time. Weird things caught on camera like this.
That's not even his house. He's in a different country searching for a ghost.
I don't understand why he turns his light off during the scariest moment, because that's when you would need your flashlight the most. It doesn't seem like a normal reaction, and the only reason I can think of is to let somebody set a controlled flame as part of a prepared stunt, which means this video, however
I don't think
creepy it may
911
be,
can
also
do
has
anything with
some chance of
ghosts.
not being paranormal. I'll keep an eye out for other paranormal videos from this location, and if you know the name and country of this abandoned house, please let me know. Any information would be a great help. Number 3. If you've lost a loved one, you might sometimes feel that their spirit is still with you, and if you're anything like TikToker E to the R to the ICA, you might find video proof that this is actually true. Erica R 1971 posted this ghostly video to the site writing, "So my security picked this up tonight. My dad passed on November 26, and I wonder if it's him. The footage shows a ghostly figure pass by, floating casually past the security camera. The figure is white and vapor-like, appearing across the scene from right to left. If Erica is right, and this is in fact her father's spirit, what is he trying to tell her? Does he just want to comfort her by making his presence known? It does not look like CGI to me, so I think this video is 100% real."
Buddy, you also wasn't even in America, so...
Number 2. Not only do you have to worry about pyrotechnic
He was over in, like, the
incidents
Middle
at
East
work,
somewhere.
you have to worry about ghosts as well. YouTuber Joey Nike 12 posted this video of a store he claims is haunted in Kingsville. At the beginning of the video, he tells a coworker, "Let's go record that room," before heading to the haunted room in question. They set a video camera up to record the purportedly paranormal activity that occurs in this room. About 3 minutes into the footage, you can see a dustpan move ever so slightly, and then not ever so slightly. It falls over, and a moment later, the door next to it slams closed. The boys re-enter the room nonchalantly, not knowing the strangeness that has just occurred there, but after coming across this video that went too far, they may not want to enter this haunted storage room ever again. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1. Luna Meow has a natural ability to communicate with the paranormal that she intends to explore to the fullest on her ghost hunting channel by the same name.
Guys, to turn on the flashlight that's next to me. Please. Do you think you can do that? How many of you were married when you... Okay. I don't like that. That's scary.
At 17 seconds, she appears to feel a presence draw near, and when she looks over her shoulder a second time, the flashlight is on. It doesn't look like anyone is nearby, at least nobody who is alive. The object just turns on by itself like a ghost touches it.
Turn the flashlight on.
They aren't interested in answering any more questions and simply turn the flashlight off without further interaction. Maybe they just wanted to let Luna know that they were here, watching. During a different investigation, Luna and some friends try to summon a spirit, and it just might have worked.
Oh, look at it, look at it.
Thank you. You know other people are here, aren't you? Don't you?
Does the reveal make you happy?
But perhaps the creepiest video of all comes from the Omen House in Beverly Hills, California. This is where a nefarious group gained access to a famous celebrity's home, and she did not last against them for long. Their paranormal equipment detects the motion of a spirit nearby, though it could be detecting the movement of this ghost hunter picking up the K2 meter at 5 seconds. Still, if you look very closely, the K2 meter detects a spike of paranormal energy at the same time the motion sensors go off. And shortly thereafter, this mysterious blue light sweeps across the room that they all swear was not a flashlight. I have my doubts about this until one of the team bangs a shelf and jumps up and down to demonstrate that all of the items on this shelf are stable, but as soon as he walks away, this object falls over by itself, something which apparently happens all the time.
Show them one more time. A final goodbye before they all leave. Are you just gonna keep doing this? They're gonna jump.
The same exact object falls over all by itself. On one hand, the same object moving twice could be a sign of a ghost manipulating objects at will. But on the other hand, maybe this toy is simply unbalanced and falls over on its own a lot. Still, the fact that it happens while he is
Well, the
walking
toy's
away
haunted.
seems to suggest that this is the work of a ghost with selective intelligence who wants attention.
Hello everyone, I'm Max, and today I'm here to maximize your fear. Brand new Bigfoot footage that's shocking the world. Today we take a look at new Bigfoot footage and sightings coming from the Smoky Mountains, Idaho, and many other places with very convincing evidence. From HD Sasquatch trail camera videos to Bigfoot hunting clips and so much more. Also stay tuned for a special and crazy nature clip at the end of this video. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. So grab your I Found Bigfoot coffee mugs and allow your fear to be maximized as we dive into the best new and clear Bigfoot footage. First, I wanted to go ahead and thank my newest channel members. We have Dallas Guy 3306, Mark H 4561, and Amy Bishop S5R. Thank you guys all so much for supporting me and becoming a channel member. I really appreciate it so much. Thank you. And if you guys want to become a channel member today, you can go ahead down below. There's a button beside my profile picture. It'll say join, and you can go ahead and click that and you can join today. All right, let's get into the evidence. So in my last Bigfoot video, I talked about the renowned Bigfoot researcher Todd Standing and his newest evidence. I showed a couple still shots from a video he's going to release soon. And although his full new video isn't out yet, I did some digging on some of his other evidence, and I came across some lesser known pieces of video from Todd Standing. These two videos are very clear and super unique, and I've never covered them before on this channel. So here you go. He recalls this was the biggest Sasquatch he has ever seen. In the video, we see a giant bipedal creature standing upright. It almost blends in with its surroundings, but not quite. Then, as it realizes it's been spotted, it quickly hunches down and tries to duck back beneath the foliage and hide. Todd even did a size comparison and went and stood where the supposed Bigfoot was standing, and he recalls that it wasn't even close, and it completely blew his mind. Now the next day he recorded what he calls the best video evidence of Bigfoot in existence, besides the Patterson-Gimlin film. He records a giant ape-like creature running through the forest at tremendous speeds. And just look how quickly it travels. First, we see it way back on the hill in the first shot, and then just seconds later, it's already way down the side of the hill. It runs through these thick and treacherous conditions with complete ease, seemingly way quicker than a person could. Now, I had never seen these Todd Standing clips before, and I really like them. The size of the creatures, how fast they move, and even the way they move. Everything seems to check out. But since Todd is said to be kind of controversial in the Bigfoot world, I'll let you guys decide for yourselves. Let me know what you all think in the comments down below. Here is a brand new Bigfoot video just released on February 17th, 2026. The footage was uploaded with little context, but it was taken somewhere in the US. The footage is recorded in super slow-mo, giving us the best look at the being. A lone hiker films the forest around him, but he began recording and approaching the tree right in front of him because he could have sworn he saw something peeking out from behind it. As he nears closer, the figure makes itself known again. From behind the trees, something tall and covered in straggly fur emerges. Now I can't really tell if this is the being's shoulder and arm or if it's more of the face and shoulder. Some are saying they see its face, but others are saying it's just its shoulder and arm. And if this is really just its arm, that would make this thing insanely tall. Its head would give it at least another foot in height. But the footage continues as the creature peeks out and then slowly makes its way back behind the tree. And this is where the video ends. It's assumed the man realized that this is likely something he didn't want to mess with, so he quickly left right after. Now skeptics say it could just be a bear or a monkey, but since it was taken in the US, the monkey theory is pretty much debunked. And most agree that even though we can only see a small portion of it, it doesn't move and really look like a bear at all. They say it's too humanoid-like. So did this lone hiker really stumble upon a hiding Bigfoot in the woods this day? A Bigfoot that was trying its hardest to remain hidden out there? Now when you think about Bigfoot and unknown creatures in the mountains, you think of the Appalachian Mountains. However, the Smoky Mountains are said to be a Bigfoot hotspot as well. And there's one specific piece of video from there that has been going pretty viral. The encounter was recorded near Clingman's Dome, which is actually the highest point in elevation in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. It was taken in the winter of 2011. And what makes this one so compelling is the amount of people that witnessed it.
What's he doing?
There's a huge group of people all watching intently, trying to figure out what this was. You can hear some of them in the video saying Bigfoot as they watch in awe. The filmer zooms in and captures this creature as well as he can with his older camera. We do indeed see a huge dark figure in the distance, moving around between the trees. Not only is it huge, but it looks very tall too, and once again, too tall to be a person. Now, so many reports of strange encounters like this come from the mountains. Here are some of the odd reports from hikers, campers, and hunters in the Smokies. Wood knocks echoing through the forest at night, heavy bipedal footsteps circling campsites, strong musky odors described as worse than a wet dog, whoops or screams that don't sound like known wildlife, and large human-like footprints found in mud or along riverbanks. Many witnesses say encounters happen in more remote sections of the park, away from main tourist trails. Some describe seeing a tall, dark, hairy figure crossing a trail or standing among the trees at dusk. So pretty much exactly what happened in this video, but these guys just happened to catch it on camera. And for many people, Bigfoot in the Smoky Mountains represents much more than just a creature. It's a symbol of the unknown still hiding in wild places. Whether viewed as folklore, misidentification, or even something unexplained, the legend continues to thrive in the shadowy ridges of the Smoky Mountains. The following is some brand new, very clear photographic evidence of Bigfoot. It was just highlighted in late January of this year. It's one of the clearest photos to date, but there's still a pretty big debate going on with this one. Here's the photo. Analyzing the up-close image, we see some kind of Bigfoot-like creature peering between some pieces of wood. It's believed this creature was hiding in a very old abandoned barn far out on some rural property. It said that someone was out exploring late at night when they peeked into the structure, and this is what they were met with. The eye of an unidentified creature staring back at them. Everything about the creature's face looks pretty real, from its patchy hair to its darkened lips and nose to
That's
its human-like
creepy.
eye. There's no doubt that if this is real, that it's a Bigfoot.
That is kind of
This couldn't really
creepy.
be anything else. However, of course, with the current state of technology and the recent advancements of artificial intelligence,
That,
people
yeah, I
rank
was gonna
this
say
off
that
as
could
AI.
also be AI.
Which I'm not saying it's not, I'm taking a neutral stance like usual. But I personally don't like how far AI has come, because now if real Bigfoot evidence ever comes out, skeptics can just easily dismiss it as AI. They can literally blame everything on AI. Like, what if this photo here is real, and majority of people are just writing it off because of this? I think we honestly just need to get rid of all this AI stuff altogether, but I think we're in too deep now. So I honestly doubt that would ever happen.
Yeah.
But that's my AI rant for now, and what do you all think about this one? This one's in your hands. Let's take a look at some unique Bigfoot footage. This quick clip comes from a group of Russian soldiers who were out in the woods this day when they started experiencing something very strange. While out in this Russian forest in 2023, they spotted a jet black creature, a humanoid creature, running by right in front of them. So since they're soldiers, they're obviously armed, so they raise their rifles and begin taking shots at this creature. But the creature seems completely unfazed. Either these soldiers are terrible shots, or whatever is running from them is practically bulletproof. Here's the footage slowed down. Now some skeptics say this could just be an opposing soldier in a ghillie suit or something, but the width of the figure and the way it runs tells us otherwise. Something just seems off about it, like something not quite human. And yes, there are many Bigfoot-like sightings that come from Russia, but there they call it the Omas. And not only just from Russia, but all around the world, soldiers claim to have encounters like this all the time. Because of the off-the-grid places these soldiers go, they often run into things we were never meant to see, things we never knew existed. Now here is a trail camera capture of something deeply disturbing. Some kind of unknown, very large humanoid figure crawling around on all fours. This is not your typical Bigfoot evidence.
The flip.
This was taken on May 28th, 2021 at 9:48 p.m. by a spy point camera set up in a remote location in an unmarked forest.
Yeah, push it to follow.
And now you can see why it's so disturbing. The unidentified subject looks human-like, but not. It doesn't have any hair, and it looks to have lighter colored skin layering its body. And here it's seen walking on all fours, but it looks like it's about to stand up and walk on two legs. Its bottom legs are thick and sturdy, and its top ones look slightly smaller and stubbier. And what the hell is going on with its head? The area around its head is much darker than the rest of its body, and part of it almost looks blurred out. Maybe it was moving and it's some kind of motion blur, or somehow it was distorted by the camera. Naturally, people who viewed the image tried to come up with some answers. Some say it's a sick bear, some say it's a large feral person out there, and others even claim Bigfoot. And other viewers say it's some kind of other cryptid lurking out there. Now this one really is just so off-putting. It looks like something human, but not quite. One of the scariest things you could ever encounter out there in the forest. And since trail cameras have been becoming more popular and the footage is getting more clear, more and more captures just like this are coming out. Strange things in the woods that people have no explanation for. And this here is a prime example. I have no idea what this is, but it damn sure is terrifying. A man was flying a drone over.
Alright, chat, that's gonna be it for tonight. I hope you have a blessed night. God bless you.